Hello friends, in today's video we are going to create a logic, and that logic is going to be in MalSoft series GXWorks 2 software. And in this software I want to tell you this software we are using to create a logic, and that logic we are going to download in a PLC or controller of Mitsubishi. So you can say this software we use to program Mitsubishi controllers. That can be FX series, that can be Q series, and many other series also. We'll see in our mid video. And what our aim is for that logic is, the aim is basically we are going to create a program or create a logic. Under that logic, what we are going to do is we are going to use a single push button. By using that push button we are going to on a lamp or off a lamp. When we press it first time, then we are going to on a lamp, and when we press it second time, then we are going to off a lamp. So I'm not going to learn that logic. I am going to tell, I will not say just write it, just see here, and what I am writing that is only correct. What I want to tell you, that is basic concept, what the basic concept behind creating a logic. So that is going to discuss, that what I am going to discuss in this video. So this video is very basic video. Under that I'm going to create the program, and I will tell you the basic concept, very basic concept for creating that logic. So stay tuned. So we are going to start. Okay, so firstly we'll create a project, and under that project we'll create a new, and I will select the controller. What I'm going to select is basically FX CPU I'm going to select, and these kind of different controller what I can program from MalSoft. So I will click on FX CPU, and here I can select a type. So I will select 3U. Okay, no problem. And I'm going to create that in simple project and ladder logic. So it's creating its template, you can say it's creating a new project for FX3U. Now waiting it. Okay, so here we have all this. So firstly what I'm going to create, I have what I'm going to comment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to comment here is X0, that is push button, push. So I'm going to give the name push button. Okay, so okay, and Y0, sorry, Y0 lamp. So before starting that logic part, I want to tell you, when I press X0 here and Y0 here and compile it, then now my logic is done. Till long when I press X0, lamp is on. Soonly I just remove the force or pressing position, the lamp is off. If you want to see that, then for sure I can simulate it also for you. So that is a part of learning concept. I'm not creating any kind of competition here. I just want to tell you the basic concept. That's why I'm creating this video. Hopefully this will help you. So if you see, I'm forcing it till last long, I'm pressing a button, the lamp is on. When I remove the press or the force, and when I'm stop pressing it, the lamp is off. So this kind of concept should be built in your mind. So from here I'm going to create that logic. So before creating that logic, I have to understand the steps. Okay, what I'm going to do in actual. So what I understand, I am going to press the button for the first time. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I will create a memory under which I can remember that I have pressed the button for one time. So here it is. So here it is. If you see, sorry, if you see, when I press it, the memory will be hold, or when I release it is still hold. So that is a first step what I'm going to do, and I'm going to remember that step. Okay, so after this step, what I'm going to do, I'm going to remember the second step. Okay, so under second step, what I'm going to do, I'm just releasing the push button back, or you can say stop pressing the push button. So under that state, what I have the input, so that input is ANSI of x0 or x0, you can say. So that is x0. Okay, and what my second stage is, yes, of course, for sure, my memory is holded already, so that should be NO. So that is second stage, that my input is off here and my memory is hold. So under that condition, we are going to create a coil new memory also. So under that, if you see, I've created two stages. What's happening in actual, that stages is, first stage is when I'm pressing that button, I'm holding a memory as one stage, and in second stage, when I'm just releasing or stop pressing the button, I have this signal here and the memory from first step. So now we are on second step. So what I want, when I have this M1, okay, I just want to hold it first. Okay, and when I have M1, okay, in that stage means when I just reach this stage, and if I press the button again, there should be one memory hold also, M2. Okay, and from this memory, what we are going to do, we are from this memory or from this step, what we are going to do, we are going to off our lamp. So from first step, if you see, M0, that is the first stage, from where what I'm doing, I'm just creating my lamp on. Okay, so if you see in a logic, when I press it, M0 is on. Okay, M0 is on till last M0 is on, my lamp is on. Okay, so for now for the second stage, under that stage, what actually happening is, we are releasing, we are stop forcing, or we are going to stop pressing push button X0. Okay, then the input is in ANSI. Okay, and we have one stage already passed, so that is a second indication. So for M1, our lamp is still on. Okay, no problem, till M1 is on, our lamp should be on. Okay, but when our M1 is here, and when I press X0 again, then the lamp should be off. So you can say M0. Okay, and if I do this logic is incomplete but almost complete, you can say. What I'm actually doing, I'm pressing input and holding memory. From this memory, I'm just triggering on my lamp Y0. Okay, and from Y0, what I'm doing, my lamp is on, and till last, when I'm pressing X0 again, till last the lamp is on. So that that logic is completely true for one scan cycle, but for the next scan cycle, what is happening? The next cycle, what is happening is m2 is all time true, because we need to off this logic in order to make why not on again. So what we need to do is, when we see why not is off, okay, and x naught is not pressed, okay, then we create a memory m3, okay, and we'll use that memory to stop or stop the holding of m1 and m2. Now let's check. Before checking, I need to download again. Okay, what I'm using is simulator. I'm simulating this logic in simulator, and that's almost like real logic. Okay, now we must go in monitoring mode. Okay, for the first time when I press it, okay, I just released, you can see my lamp is still on, okay, and when I'm pressing again, my lamp is off. You can see, and when I release it, my lamp is again on. So what we can see, the logic is almost done, but there is minor mistake. I need to cut the holding of m0 also, and when I am going to cut the holding of m0 is when m2 is on. So I just forget to place NC of m2 here. That you can do. So just download again. Now I'll check again. My lamp is on, okay. When I press again, my lamp is off. So you can see the logic here. That's what I have created in front of you, okay. x0, when I have stopped forcing it, my lamp is still on, and when I press again x0, my lamp is off, and I stop pressing. So you can say it's single input on off logic, or you can say single push button on off logic. So friends, hope you like that video, and the basic concept behind this video behind creating this logic is memorizing the actual step. What we are doing in real situation, we must create the logic of that steps. So in order to accomplish a right logic, what we need to do is we must create the actual step, what is actually happening. So what I have created, we need not to we need not to learn a logic, we just need to create a actual step what is happening in real time. So I just want to elaborate it again. You can see what is actually happening, what I'm going to do in real situation. I will press x0 and x0 will be pressed, my lamp is on. So I just remember this that first press in a form of memory here. Okay, and now the what I will remember in next step, that I have already pressed that button and now the button is released. So I just remember that step in memory again, in the form of memory m1. And now the third step, when I have already completed two steps, then when I will press the button again, then I remember that step also. So that's a final step when I need to just off my lamp again. So that's the third step on which I'm going to off my lamp again. And that till here the logic is not completed. If we just left the logic here, then this is all time on. So we need a situation when the third step or the holding of third step m2 is should be off. So that is the situation when the holding of m2 should be off. So you can say when the output is not there and the pressing of input is not there, then they should be off. So this logic is behaving same as we are doing in real time situation. So before creating any logic, you can follow these steps. I can tell you that is very nice, that is very basic step, and I can tell you that is very nice to have these steps in our logic. If you are able to do those steps, or if you are able to do that step in your logic, then for sure I am very sure that you are very near and you are very accurate to real logic. So my basic you can say, what I can say, my basic motto to create this video to tell you about the actual step. Hopefully you will like the basic concept. That logic is not that much long, but you can say whatever you are creating, just try to do this in this way. For sure you will create every kind of logic, and that's a basic concept. So after creating this logic in front of you guys and here on YouTube, I believe you people just like the concept, the way I elaborate. I just told you the basic concept behind creating any logic. So friends, please like this video, share, and just don't forget to subscribe, because in future I'm going to create these kind of content on YouTube here. And you people already, if you are the professional and if you are the beginners, you already know this kind of logic is all time asked, and that is very basic logic, and this is all time asked in any kind of interview. For that interview, if you are going for a PLC programmer or for an automation engineer, and if you see yourself as a industrial automation executive or whatever, if you are associated with the field of automation, then you must know the basic concept how to create the logic. So I guess this is very basic logic, by using which I am able to elaborate. I guess I am able to elaborate what I believe, that I have elaborated everything to create a logic, and that's a very basic thing. And by using this you can create the logic. And before ending the video, I just want to tell you you guys that I've created many videos regarding automation, that those videos in Hindi, and of course I can create those video in English also, but I need your support. I just want you guys to share my content so that I can see if there is enough clients, or you can say enough student or enough audience to see my content. Then for sure I will create the content, and many important stuff and how to program faster and many other tricks also. So please guys, please share this video and like, and don't forget to subscribe. Share as much as possible so that so that you can get all the information about the new content and the basic thing which you require to program. We do have experience of many years in PLC programming, not even in PLC programming, also in remote system, safety system, and SCADA system also, and also in HMI designing, VFD also. So you can take the advantage by connecting with us. So thanks for watching, and please, again I'm asking and requesting you to please like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.